Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. Here's your host.
All right, beautiful people, man. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight on the new Black Wall Street for our feature presentation. That's right, Black Woman Wednesday. Y'all know what time it is. Hump Day. I'm super excited, man. Y'all can tell already. It's ready. It's about to go down up in here, man. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight, guys. This is a night where we are going to just uplift, inspire, encourage the Black woman. Let her know we got her back. Let her know we value that Black girl magic, okay? We're going to let her know that we value that Black girl magic, man. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified global financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, The Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. The book that I wrote, guys, is a study of Black wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a pretty big if. But if you do, I recommend that you study wealthy people. All right, beautiful people, man. You can check us out, man, the Black Billionaires Club. And you can find it by simply going to the website, theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com. Pick up your copy today. You also find their store where you can find other financial literacy books for your children to teach them early what you and I may have learned late. And last but not least, you have an opportunity to join the club, to walk away from the crowd of broke, busted, and disgusted. Get with the few who are going to change the world for the many. We invite you to join the Black Billionaires Club and build wealth with us together, man. Build wealth with us together. If you are here in front of the BBC, go and put in the console hashtag BBC. Let them know that we are here, up in here, man. Hey, man, let's get right into this thing, man. It's roll call time. Go ahead and hit the like button, the share button if you care. Like button, the share button if you care. Here tonight on Black Woman Wednesday. Tag a sister, by the way. I mean, because she just might need to be inspired by these phenomenal women. I mean, I'm so lucky. I'm just blessed beyond measure to be connected to such I don't even know the word. Such supercalifragilisticexpialidocious sisters. Okay? And so what I've done, I said, you know what? This year I'm gonna get serious about this thing, about connecting the village. We say it takes a village to raise a child, but what happened if the right hand don't know what the left hand doing? I want the left hand, the right hand connected of all my long connections to connect. That way we can truly build, right? Rebuild, if you want to call it, New Black Wall Street. Go ahead and let us know where you're connecting from, what city, what state, what country you might be connected from here tonight on the Black Woman Wednesday. Here's the deal. We realize we broadcast across the World Wide Web and the Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, wherever we are. And that worldwide means global. And I got brothers and sisters that watch us from all over the world. So that we have crossed barriers up in here. Go ahead and let us know where you're connecting from. What city, what state, or what country. Go ahead and rep your city here tonight, man. What's going on with you? Miss Ross is in the house. Thanks so much for joining us. Happy Black Woman Wednesday. Hashtag BBC. Brother Wilhelm Voigt has joined us out of Toledo, Ohio. Thank you so much for joining us today. Miss Yvette Goodrich. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Miss Yvette Goodrich is in the hizzy. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight on Black Woman Wednesday. Miguel Thornton. The bros are showing up. To support the queens. I appreciate you, man. It's the AKA Smell Good 5050504. Okay, that's what I'm talking about out of New Orleans, Louisiana's in Hizzy. Miss Debbie O'Shaughnessy, thanks so much for joining us here tonight on New Black Wall Street. Miss Mankins Golden is in the house as well. Miss Teresa Gilliard is joining us out of Chandler, Arizona. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight on the New Black Wall Street and the Black Woman Wednesday. I know you guys are tagging. Hit the like button, share button if you care. Like button, share button if you care. If you are your sister, keep her. I mean, because everybody ain't trying to keep their sister, trying to lift her up. But if that's you, go ahead and let them know that we're here tonight, man. And y'all know how we get this thing started. I mean, it would just not be right if I do not start with a little Maya Angelou. So let me go ahead and get my voice together for a phenomenal woman up in here. Miss Maya Angelou, a phenomenal woman. Pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size. When I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say it's the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That's me. I walk into a room just as cool as you please. And to a man, the fellas stand or fall down on their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say, it's the fire in my eyes and the flash in my teeth, the swing in my waist and the joy in my feet. I'm a woman. Phenomenal woman. That's me. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say, it's the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breast, the grace of my style. I'm a woman. Phenomenal woman. That's me. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, I ought to make you proud. I say, it's the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need of my care. Because I'm a woman. Phenomenal woman. That's me. Man, oh man, what a way to kick this thing off. Phenomenal woman. All the sisters that are joining us here tonight live, go ahead and put in the comments on I am phenomenal. Absolutely, you are phenomenal. And we're going to just love on you tonight. You know what time it is. Come on for the group hug. Yeah, let me grab that neck. That's what we're doing up here tonight, man. New Black Wall Street and Black Woman Wednesday. Let me introduce you guys to my first guest, this sister here. I mean, she know how to make sure all that stress getting out of your body. I mean, she makes sure that if you got any issue, by the time you leave her office, you was just in heaven. Man, this is my queen sister here, man. I connected with her through Miss Roberta Hosky, Miss Millionaire Mindset, and we've been just cool ever since here on this Facebook, this virtual world. And I want to introduce you guys to Miss Raquel Beckford. Is up in here. Black Woman Wednesday. What's going on, queen?
Thank you, Evan, for that that intro. I couldn't help but to smile. I'm grateful to be here. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure, man. Thanks so much for taking the time to be here. We know that we all are busy and stuff like that, so we don't take it for granted when people take the time to show up and make a difference in the community. That's what it's all about, highlighting women that are making a difference in our community. Well, there's some people that don't know who you are. You could let us know who you are, what you do, and why you do what you do.
Okay. So as you mentioned before, and I want to say thank you for creating this space for Black women on Wednesdays. And I want to give a shout out to all the Black queens who are out there watching tonight and the women on the panel. I do many things. As a Black woman, I don't take my position in the Black community lightly. So as you mentioned, I'm a licensed massage therapist. But outside of that, I call myself a radical holistic practitioner. And why I say that is because I focus on not just the body, but mind, body, spirit, and finances as well, as I am also a licensed financial professional. I'm based out here in New York, but here in this virtual world, I connect with clients all over.
Man, okay, so here you go. You're looking at the whole. So when you say, I want to break this down, you say radical holistic practitioner. So 2 words there, radical and holistic. Break those down for us.
Okay, so radical meaning I'm not. Here okay. I am. I'm not your average massage therapist, right? So most people go to see a massage therapist because they're either in pain or they want to relax, right? I work from an intuitive perspective. So when you come in, you may say you have a lower back pain, but I'm assessing the full everything that has been going on with you. So some of the things that may come up, someone could be facing a loss, and that is affecting. It's not necessary that they injured their back, but that loss is causing pain and tension in that specific area. And so that's how I assess the body. So that's the radical part of it. Holistic meaning, like I expressed before, I'm using a full assessment. So it's the whole life of the individual, not just to give you what I call a rub down. I don't do a rub down massage. It's an intuitive, deep tissue, which is going to get to the issues that are in your tissues that are not always just a physical aspect. It could be mentally, spiritually, financially, or physically. So I'm looking at it from that perspective.
Now, let me ask you this. Did you coin, I'll take care of the issues in your tissues?
Is that my
Did you coin it?
no.
Well, there you go. That's free of charge. No, I'm not going to charge you today, okay? Free of charge. You coined that. That's good. Okay. Now, let me ask this. Everybody put in console, I'm not average. Of course you're not average because you're phenomenal. You wouldn't be on the show if you weren't phenomenal, but you're not average. Now, how did you get into where did you try to start moving into? You said mind, body, spirit. Where did you start moving into finance? And why was that so important?
Finances is important because I believe that in order to live a whole life, we can't deny that we need if we're going to eat healthy, we need monies because organic food costs a lot, right? But really and truly, when I started looking on the financial aspect, was in studying the wholeness of the being and understanding that finances can affect a way individuals feel in their body, in their mind, in their spirit. So I look at the body as zones, and we overlook finances, especially in our community, but finances is actually a foundation. It's as primal as your food and feeling safe. So when I took care of my finances through my self-care program that I applied to myself, I wanted to share that with others. So that's how I added finances to the picture. That's when I went out and I got it's actually my COVID baby, licensed as a financial professional so that I can create another stream of income doing this.
Now that's pretty interesting as well. So I that's definitely something that's unique in this space. Now you I'm hearing an accent. Where are you from?
Jamaica.
One love.
One love. One heart.
Okay, all right, fantastic. Now let me ask you this. We're just coming through a 2020 pandemic. We're still kind of dealing with that. But as you think about your business and even just your life, family, whatever, what would you say is was a big life lesson for you in the year 2020?
In the year 2020, the biggest lesson was the finance piece, right? Because everything stopped so abruptly that if you didn't have like emergency fund and negate the fact that they came through with the stimulus package, forget all that. If that didn't happen, really and seriously, I challenge anyone to think about what would have happened to them mentally, spiritually, and physically if they did not have their financial piece together. So that was the biggest lesson, that we need to have our our house in order. I had the rest of it down pat because the self-care part of it, all of that, but having the monies in order, I saw a lot of people was very stressed. Thankfully, they came through with stimulus, but if they hadn't, if you think about it seriously, where would you be?
I know, right? And as we come through 2020, man, we're now in 2021. What's next for the Beckford enterprise?
You know what, Evan? Helping more families get the stability get the peace that comes with having that full spectrum of mind, body, spirit, and finances together. I think that when we have that, we will be in a better place. And as a woman, I have to speak from a woman's perspective. I think it is my place to help my king to align himself with that. So I take that very seriously.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and this is interesting because I'm agreeing. I'm in agreement. I keep saying that I think that the last hurdle, or one of the last two hurdles for us to overcome, it obviously is financial slavery, but then also mental slavery. And so I feel like what you're doing is actually tackling both in a sense with what you do from a clinical standpoint, and then also from your practitioner standpoint as well.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Now, have you seen, let me ask you this, have you seen from a holistic standpoint dealing with COVID, where there people like hit you up, like, okay, what's some stuff that I can do to improve my, boost my immune system and stuff like that? Is that something that you get into with people or no?
A lot of people was doing that. And you know what happened, right? They were shutting down on holistic practitioners sharing best bets. So, we had to be very careful with that.
Uh-oh. She'll be back in just a second. There she go. Go ahead.
Yeah, so absolutely. A lot of people was, had questions, we saw most people turn to a holistic practice. I mean, the common cold kind of like disappeared, right? Because everyone's vitamin C level was up with all the concoctions that people were making. Like the common cold no one is having the common cold anymore. So absolutely. But we had to be very cautious in giving like home remedies.
Wow, they kind of now that's something that's especially from Jamaica. That's something that come with the territory, right?
Absolutely, 1000%. It was bottles and bottles of that stuff that my grandmother had. Yeah.
That stuff my grandmama had. I got that stuff. The magic potions. I got you. Well, Miss Beckford, this is Black Woman Wednesday. It's an opportunity to share, to uplift, inspire, and encourage the Black woman. In 2021, what say you to the Black woman here tonight on Black Woman Wednesday?
I say to the Black women here, it is time to step into a rightful position. It is time to acknowledge who we are, that we are phenomenal, as Evan has, through that poem tonight, has encouraged us to be. We are all phenomenal. We have a role to play in our community with our spouses, with our children. And the way to do it is to work together in unity. So I will say that if you can find another queen that you can work together to brainstorm with, to work with, that is what I would encourage in 2021, to collaborate, more collaboration and less competition. And let's, as Evan may say, get to this bag.
I would say get to the bag. Get to the bag, man. Hey, everybody, put a over collaboration over competition. Collaboration over competition. You can find Ms. Raquel Beckford at raquelbeckford.com, raquelbeckford.com, and also Facebook and Instagram at Relax. Everybody relax. Relax with Raquel. That's right. Instagram and Facebook at Relax with Raquel. Now, here's the deal, Ms. Beckford. We like to, hopefully you can stay on to the end of the show, because like bring everybody back up, get our nice screenshot so people can see the visual of Black folk working together to make something great. So hopefully you got a chance to do that. I know that we're all busy, but hopefully you'll be here. And we'll be right back, guys, with our next guest. All right, beautiful people. Again, you have an opportunity to make a financial decision that can change your life forever. If you want to fix the money problem and you're tired of trying to do it by yourself, because here's the deal, if you could do it by yourself, it'd already be done. Well, maybe it's time for you to join a new crew to be able to help you fix the money problem. And like Miss Beckford said, get to the bag, and bag after bag after bag. And that's just what we do in the Black Billionaires Club. We simply study Black millionaires, billionaires, and we do what Black billionaires do. How about you? Man, oh man, it's a barn burner already. I mean, what a way to kick the show off. I mean, what a way to kick the show off. Sister Alexis joined us as well. That must be some Jamaican stuff. What is that, Jamaican stuff? JM, yes? Okay, that's some Jamaican stuff. I say collaboration over competition. Amen. Collaboration over competition. Collaboration over competition. Miss Antoinette Ross said, man, thank you, Raquel. So refreshing. Collaboration over competition, man. Attract the bag. Attract the bag, man. This is the new Black Wall Street and Black Woman Wednesday. And man, we got another this next diva. I mean, you gotta put a capital D in front of diva when you say this. This is like diva times 2. I mean, this is diva personified. Anyway, she's a seamstress. She's big in fashion. She's always making cool stuff. She's got her own store that she's doing, that she is building and creating as well. I mean, just a creative mind that can take an idea and make things happen. Just basically create it out of thin air. I mean, some of you guys have got that gift, and y'all just creative like that. Well, this is my sister. She is also a BBC member. I'd like to go ahead and bring you to the stage and let you guys, let me introduce y'all to the one, the only. Miss Drea Nicole is up in here, man. What's going on, Miss Drea Nicole? How are you?
Wild. I love your energy. Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy Black Woman Wednesday. Hello. How are you, Evan?
I'm doing absolutely phenomenal. I mean, how can I not be phenomenal sitting up here with all these phenomenal women? I mean, I'm in hog heaven up in here. Man, thanks so much for taking the time to be here with us, though.
I think
Yeah, we know that you are super busy, but you still made it, so we appreciate you taking the time to be here. Miss Drea Nicole from Nycole's Boutique. If you could, tell us a little bit about yourself, man, who you are, what you do, and why you do what you do.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me. Once again, I've been on before, but I was really honored that you asked me once more to be on here. Ladies, happy Black Women Wednesday. I am so extremely excited about every day being a Black woman, especially in these times. I am Drea Nicole, and first and foremost, I'm a leader. And so I have a store, and it's called Micah's Boutique, which we are located in Lee Summit, Missouri, which is it's a metropolitan area of Kansas City, Missouri. And so I have been in business for 24 years. And so we have been able to stay around through all the ups and downs, the economic ups and downs, and even through the pandemic, we are starting to see our numbers rise. So it has been busy, which I'm so grateful for, to the Father. I'm so grateful for that. So, yes.
All right, man. So Micah's Boutique, man. Now, can you give us where did the word Micah come from? That sounds like is that a biblical word, or is that a child, or where did you take the name from?
Okay, so Micah's came, well, when I first started out, I owned a children's store called The Boys Place. I have 4 sons. And so there was not, you always, as an entrepreneur, you're trying to figure out what problem you can solve. So that was my problem to solve, to bring more boys' clothes into the marketplace, because there was not a lot of places for me to buy my children's clothing. So we went from a boys store to a women's clothing store, and also had men. So I actually almost had I had a department store. And so Micah's it is a biblical name. It means who is like God. And that's my company, is Micah's Unlimited LLC. And so we wanted a name that a man or a woman could walk into the store and feel comfortable. Not Drea's, but Micah's. So that's where the name came from.
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe you do a lot in your space. You normally do like is it a weekly kind of fashion type of thing? Well, tell us a little bit about what you share and experience here online.
So Micah's so one of the things that we do is what we call is a Sensational Saturday, soon to be renamed to Dressed by Drea, where we address women's things that women are asking about, issues, fashion, health. And so every Saturday at 7 p.m., we bring on the latest fashions. I always talk about how I've been digging in the box, finding more cute stuff. And so that's our weekly show. Like I said, we have also had a show on YouTube, which I have some subscribers. So we're going to kind of re-energize that show and kind of merge it with the Dress by Drea and really dive into some of the issues, some of the things that I see that women come into my store asking, not see, but I hear that when women come into the store asking me about. And a lot of times they are so, I would say, negative about their body image. So I decided, me and my staff, that we were not going to be talking about selling women. We're going to be talking about serving women. We want to serve them. And we wanted to create an atmosphere here in the store, almost like a no judgment zone, a completely acceptance place that they can come and feel welcome to be whomever they are, whatever size you are, and we celebrate it. So we've embarked on that just like in the last month to really make that one of our main missions, to encourage women, to know that they are undeniably beautiful, no matter what body image or size. So we focused on fashion competency, where we teach you how to be your own personal stylist. And then we also practice or encourage or educate them about being fashion confident. The clothes are the clothes, but you make the clothes. Your attitude, the way you walk, the way you stand, all of that goes into how you feel about yourself. And the last thing is what it kind of segues into that is your positive body image. So in our store, we have a group called Micah's Club, and those ladies that are our special ladies. And so we offer them a 30-minute consultation, and where they can come in and we can do like they can try on the clothes. I can give them recommendations. We talk about foundation, and I kind of give them some helpful hints that they can take, not hints, but strategies they can take to their home, depending on what they're doing. If they want to go even deeper, they can also book even a session with me to do more of a rebranding or really get in depth with personal styling. Coming to their house, we call it a closet coach is what I do, and trying to capsulize their wardrobe, trying to figure out where they need clothes the most, or do they have too many workout clothes, or do they have not enough presentation clothes, things like that. So we have really made it a mission here. We don't talk about the money, really. We talk about serving. We really the staff is instructed to always talk about how we're going to serve. How many women are we going to serve this month? That's our meeting every Monday. How many women, what are you hearing out in the marketplace? When I say marketplace, I mean when they come in here, what are they asking about? What are they inquiring about? So it pushes and moves me with my staff that we have to be on our P's and Q's, because we're not just here to selling clothes. To me, this is not about clothes. It's ministry for me, because I want to really serve the women and help them feel much better about where they at as far as their body image. So yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do.
All the sisters go and put console, celebrate myself, celebrate yourself. Yeah. Wow, so you have actually, you personal styling, you got different levels of support that you have for your ladies, and I believe that you also have written a book recently. Is that correct?
Yes, I have. Thank you, Evan, for bringing that up. Yes, it is the Gladiator Journey, and it's How to Live Courageously and Crush Your Fears. And this was a book that really talked about our journey, the journey that we're all on, and with my specific journey in mind. Starting out in business, my personal challenges, my business challenges, the strategies that I had to put in place, my heartbreak. The book really came at a time my mom had passed away. That's when I first even talked to you. It was like right after that we actually first communicated. We were talking about mask, and it was almost a year ago, this next month, the 25th. And then I just had a horrible heartbreak. It was just horrible. And then it was the pandemic. And so in that perfect storm, I just got quiet, and I just started thinking, and I started just using my voice recorder and just talking it through, just talking about my life, and just talking about the business, talking about having this vision inside of me at 30 years old with 4 kids and a husband that really didn't appreciate that. You know, I was a stay-home mom. He wanted that, and as well as my family around me. That was what they expected of me. But to all the women who are 4 kids deep, or who are in situations that they hear purpose calling them, they hear destiny calling them, and you know, the book came out of that you can reach your goals, you can fulfill your purpose, despite where you are at. Despite I had 4 children like in 5 years I had 4 kids. You know, despite where I was at, I still saw more. So the book is like my baby. I mean, like it tells you just, you know, the secrets, the crying, the sadness, the disappointment, the heartbreak, the tragic heartbreak. But you know, it talks about my mother and my father, and how my parents were instructional parents. So there was some disconnect there. I mean, it just kind of takes you through that. And I think a lot of people, what I found, they identify that on different levels. So it's called The Gladiator's Journey. And as far as how to crush your fears, I talk about the 4 fears of ruin, rejection, regret, and responsibility. And so I address that in my life. And then again, I have had so many women in my store, when I kind of tell them a little bit about the book, they are just like, oh my God, I need to get the book. Where's the book? And I'm like, it's coming, you know, because a lot of times you think you're different from some people. I mean, you know, whether they're Black, white, but there's so many similarities. I have found there's so many things that I'm on that, I mean, like we are talking, and I find that she feels the same way about what I feel about her. Her experiences were not that much different from my experience, and it formed such a sisterhood, you know. So anyway, thank you for mentioning my book.
Not a problem at all. Now, let me ask this. This might seem like it's the same question, but I think this is a good question, because you've 24 years strong. That's a lot of experience. What would you say has been your greatest trial, and then also, I guess you could say your biggest win or your biggest victory?
My greatest trial?
Yes, in business.
Oh, in business? Not being taken seriously. You know, I was a stay-home mom, and I had 4 children. My husband at that time, he worked. And when I decided to go into business, I got my business plan together, and I start walking into these banks, and they were just like, really? Like, they didn't believe that I could get to where I'm at today. They didn't see it. So being taken seriously, my vision being appreciated, even though they couldn't see it, but they didn't appreciate it until, you know how some people don't believe until they see it. Well, I could see it. They didn't see it, so they didn't appreciate me. So that would probably be one of the challenges. And also, I want to say, as a mother, and I'm not married any longer, but just finding that balance, how, you know, serving your children, at that time serving my husband, trying to serve in the church, trying to, you know, and then still go after the vision. That was probably a huge challenge. That was hard. That was hard, you know, because as I said, I was expected to be a certain way, and my life was not supposed to turn this corner, and especially since I was a female too, you know. So, but the greatest victory, I would have to say, let's see, in business, to have gotten this far, to have really showed people that, oh my God, she did do it. She did that thing, you know. She actually I used to sell clothes out of the back of my trunk of my car, boys' clothes. And then when I got enough money, I was like, okay, husband, we're gonna turn this living room into a little showroom, and it's Easter. And I was just selling boys' clothes that then. And I'm gonna write down 50 of my friends, and then I'm gonna have a sale. And I mean, he did it reluctantly, but he did it. And 3-4 years, been able to put my kids. Sorry about that. Been able to donate to charities, to do things. I mean, like, really, that part I'm just excited about, to be able. And then what we're doing now, we didn't touch on it, or my Make a Difference Monday, which is where I am taking or asking my customers to bring their gently used clothing and new clothing. And my customers are coming out the box with like Gucci bags, and they're bringing in Coach bags to give away. So every day, every Monday, I usually get on and I talk about make a difference money, make a difference in a woman's life today. Or we actually do give items to men and children, but the women are coming out. I mean, they bring in boxes. We've added, we started out with one shelter. Now we're up to 4 shelters, and we're like up to 12 bags. And I had one of my beloveds, she came down and an hour away because I've been talking about this. She said, I couldn't get clothes, but I've got toiletries. I've got these little baggies that I made up for the men. And I was just moved. It was just like, and she started crying. I was like, oh my God, you are inspiring me to keep doing this. And then once I get everything together, I go to the shelters and the women are just ecstatic. So I decided that I was partnering with the shelters. I want to do like a fashion show with the clothes, because a lot of the clothes are beautiful, like one-time wear type of clothes. My customers they're just the most giving women. So yeah, that would probably be my, I don't know, one of the things that I'm so very proud of, to have gotten to this point and been able to help the way we're helping and serving women and men and children.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Everybody put in the comments, make a difference. And then also put in the comments below, success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. Now, that's very interesting to me. I'm thinking about you starting with the whole, out of the trunk to 24 years later where you are now. And then I'm also now thinking about this new thing we kind of got started to really make a difference. And it's very interesting that when you start something, I always contributed to like Forrest Gump running, right? He started running, he started something. And the next thing you know, he just kept running, and a whole bunch of people were buying him. A whole bunch of people said, I'm coming with you wherever you're going. Didn't even know where he's going. They said we're gonna show up. And I think that's kind of symbolic of what you have. I want to make a difference. You're going to make a difference. We're going to give other people an opportunity to make a difference with us. And the women have shown up. Well, Miss Drea Nicole, this is Black Woman Wednesday. It's an opportunity for you to share your words of encouragement and inspire the Black woman. In 2021, after all you've been through, what say you to the Black woman tonight here on Black Woman Wednesday?
What say I? Oh my goodness, I have a couple things I could say. Women that are in business, don't be in a hurry. I always say to myself and to others, whatever is meant for me will never miss me, and it will never miss you. That would be probably paramount, like my mantra. Because on the journey of entrepreneurs, there's so many things that are coming at you all the time. I mean, I have to say no now more than ever to things. People want me to do different things. If it's not in alignment and in harmony with what my goals, my vision, my mission, my assignment, I'm not doing it. I mean, I'm not doing it. I got to stay in my lane. So I would say to women, business owners that are starting out, the challenges will come, and that's a part of the journey. But if it's for you, it won't miss you. Rest assured, it will not miss you. So that's what I say. I have other things I could say, but definitely that's how I go from day to day. And interesting, of course.
If it's for you, it will not miss you. If it's for you, it will not miss you. This is the diva, Drea Nicole, man. Michael's Boutique. Check out her site, michaelsboutique.com. You can find some stuff and order some stuff and support a queen that got a dream and all that good stuff as well. Again, Miss Drea, same thing. We're going to try to bring everybody up at the end of the show, so hopefully you have time to stay with us another 20 minutes or so, and it will be done. Miss Nicole, the other Miss Nicole, if you could put your contact information, Miss Stephana, in the chat so I can make your banner as well of how people can find you. For everybody else, we'll be right back after the break.
Oh, yeah.
And check out the Black Bazaar by simply going to the website www.theblackbazaar.com, www.theblackbazaar.com. Afrocentric marketplace, specializing in Afrocentric home decor, personal care products, and also Black art inspired gifts. Yeah, that's the backdrop that's behind me right here. So if you guys want to pick that up, this one that's behind me, I'm gonna give $5 off since I opened it. So it's still new. We just used it for the show. So if you want that, be the first person to inbox me that want it, you can get it, and we'll work out the details on it as well. Okay. But check us out, man. You get a chance to buy Black, shop Black, support other Black artists and all that good stuff by simply going to the website. Again, www.theblackbazaar.com. We want you guys to remember this. Once you shop Black, you never go back. All right, man. Hey, we're going to keep this thing rolling, man. Rolling. Right here, man, we got Miss Stephana Nicole, man. This sister here is all about, it's all about, not all about, but professional consultations. It's kind of how I would try to sum it up myself. I'm probably all wrong, and she gonna tell me, "Down, that ain't it." But that's the best thing I can get out of it, because she be helping people to get to take care of that professional side of what they're doing and to leverage their strengths and their abilities and all that good stuff, so they can maximize their wages, so to speak. And so I want to introduce you guys to a good friend of mine. We've met through a mental dialogue where we be having debates and stuff. And it might seem like we hate each other, but we love each other so much. That's just how it is, man. Let me introduce you guys to Miss Stephana Nicole up in here on Black Woman Wednesday. What's going on, Queen?
Hello, how are you? Good evening, everyone.
Man, thanks so much for joining us here tonight. Yeah, I can hear you. It's a little delayed. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it is a little delayed, but we'll work with it. We're good.
Yeah, we'll work with it. Absolutely, man. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. Again, we do know that everyone's busy, but you've taken the time to be here with us here tonight on Black Woman Wednesday. If you could take a moment to let us know who you are, what you do, and why you do what you do.
All right. Well, I am Stephana Nicole. I am the owner and principal consultant of SNS Consulting, where I help career professionals navigate their way through the career space, as well as assist corporations on how to not seek a culture fit, but how to add unique and diverse talent to their organization.
All right, let me try to get that here. So is what you do kind of all dealing with professionals, or what are the type of clients that come to you?
Well, the first type of clients I have are individuals, career professionals, mainly that have been in their career space for 5+ years, people in the military transitioning, people that are looking to move forward within their career. And then I also deal with corporations. I teach corporations on diversity, equity, and inclusion recruitment. I have a staffing agency specifically in IT. So that's what I do in the corporate space. I used to do branding for small business owners, a couple of relationship coach, authors, things of that nature. But now I'm just strictly more in the corporate space.
Man, absolutely, man. It seems like you bring great value in that space as well. Now you mentioned this is what you used to do, and this is what you do now. So obviously you've held a lot of different hats, so to speak. What kind of got you to shift and say, you know what, here's where I'm gonna focus now?
Yes, it's all about finding your niche. And so with that, finding my niche, I was able to know that specifically I wanted to work with corporations, government entities on staffing their IT department. And working with individuals that aren't entrepreneurs. At the end of the day, not everybody is an entrepreneur. And it frustrates me because people, they don't know how to be an entrepreneur. It's not meant for them. And so they get into business and they fail, and then they go back to corporate and then they hate what they do. So I'm here to teach people you can actually love what you do. You can make more money than most people think and have the freedom and the time that you want, because a lot of people don't understand that your offer letter is actually a contract. And with any contract, it can be negotiated and it can be, it can be changed to the terms and conditions that you want it to be.
Now, I didn't ask this question. I'm gonna ask it of you though. How do people find you? How do you find the people that are looking for you?
Well, mainly word of mouth. So a lot of people are referrals to me. So organizations and companies that I've worked with, fintech companies, government entities, they all know me from the corporate space and they refer me to their organizations. Individuals that have seen me on different various channels and interviews, they also, so I'm mainly more referral. I haven't really done any ads. So I have a YouTube channel where I speak. I have, I just hit the mark. I have 700 subscribers on my YouTube channel. And so I'm featured on other people's platforms. So mainly people find out about me during the referrals.
Man, and let me ask you this: how did you really get started? How long have you been an entrepreneur? How did you actually get started into your journey into entrepreneurship?
Well, I started in my journey. So I was in the military. I'm an Army veteran. And so when we were deployed overseas and we were on our way coming back home, it's called demobbing. So what I would do is I would sit down with soldiers and I would go over their resumes and I would do mock interviews with them for free. You know, it was my battle. So helping them get into the career space. And then word of mouth got out that, the resumes and stuff that I've done for people actually, they got their jobs. And so then I started charging, and then it just escalated from there. I've always been in talent acquisition for, human resources for many years. And so I took my skill set and then I made into a business. And that's what I tell most people. If you truly want to get out of the corporate space and you want your own business, what are your current skills that you have now? Become a subject matter expert in those skills and then create your business from there. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to, come up with all these ideas. Just take the knowledge that you have and then build from there. And so that's essentially what I did. I can talk to people from different cultures and, races, religions, things of that nature. I have a military background. And I was just able to take my skill set and just turn it into a business. And that's essentially what I did.
Now that's so interesting because although that is essentially what you did, is you said what I heard was you started doing something for free, and you was pretty dang on good at it, so people start paying for you. Everybody put a console, start where you are. Now this is very interesting, Mr. Cole, because that same thing happened for me. I was on the job, and I started helping people with their 401ks while I was on the job. And then people start paying me to help with 401k. It's just it's amazing what if we just I think Mr. Other Nicole was saying, you be a service. Next thing you know, you getting the money start catching up. So this is very interesting.
Yep.
I did not know that. Wow. How long ago was that, by the way, roughly?
So I actually started my business in 2018. That's when I officially started my business in 2018.
And we just coming through 2020. How was COVID? How did that impact you and your business? And what was something that you learned or a life lesson you took from your experience in 2020?
Well, my business, it took a turn because more and more people that were losing their jobs were trying to, work with me. And I had to let people know that nothing is guaranteed. So if you go to people and you want a guarantee for their services, I had to turn them away because nothing is guaranteed. So for me, COVID actually helped. I was able to create more content. I was able to help people. And with me helping them, more and more people, my videos started going out. I started, some of them almost went viral. But it helped because it grew my brand overall, and then more people wanted to work with me. So I was turning away more business than I was actually bringing in because, I had to separate it. I'm not the type of person, I'm not a salesperson, and I'm not just here to take your money. I'm truly here to help you. And if I don't feel like I can help you, I'm not going to take your money. I'm just not going to do it.
Wow, that sounds like some ethics right there, man. I do, yeah, sound like some ethics right there. Now the SNS consultingco.com. So that SNS stand out. I see it right above your head too. SNS, you branding doing that thing. What does SNS stand for? What does that represent?
So structured and secure. And I know a lot of people think it's my name, but it means structured and secure. One of the things I took from the military is everything has structure. And within my business, it flows. It's a structure. I don't do one piece without the other. And so that's why when people contact me, they're like, oh, I just want this. I don't sell you half a piece. I'm not the type of person that's going to sell you one piece and then you're like, well, I do need that. And then you're going to come back and spend more money. No, I'm going to give you everything you need in one, in one package. And so I set you up for success. So SNS Consulting means structured and secure. Everything that I'm giving you is structured, and it's going to secure you in where you want to go within your career.
Everybody putting console structure and secure. And now we're in 2021, Ms. Nicole. What's next for you? What's next for your business? What's next for you in 2021 and beyond?
Oh, wow. So what's next for me is actually I'll be stopping my one-on-one consultations. I get so many, and I've been working with so many people one-on-one that I actually have to stop my consultations. So next month will actually be the last month that I actually do one-on-one consultations. I'm actually working with a lot of different corporations and government entities with, when it comes to IT and staffing. So that's my next step. As far as what I'll be doing for the public, everything that I was doing with my one-on-one clients, I actually have templates that I'll be selling. So I'll have videos and templates where people you can do it themselves, as well as my new book will be coming out within the next couple of months. I haven't got a date for it. And the name of the book is called The Illusion of Inclusion. Do you really have a seat at the table?
Now you said, now that's interesting. I caught that. You said my next book, as if you've written 15 books. So what was the previous book? Because it wasn't you say my first book. You said my next book.
I'm sorry. I should say my first book. Well, I actually have two books. I'm writing two books at the same time. But my first book is going to be The Illusion of Inclusion. Do you really have a seat at the table? That's the first one.
Okay, fantastic. I was about to say, let me go back. Let me go look at your library because I got a whole bunch of stuff down there. Now, obviously, this is Black Woman Wednesday, Mr. Cole. It's an opportunity for you to share your words of encouragement, inspiration, and uplift the Black woman. As you think about 2021 and moving forward, what say you to the Black woman here tonight on Black Woman Wednesday?
Oh, I think for me, it is to live in your truth and live unapologetically. With everything that's happened with COVID and within the last year, it just made me realize that I can't live for others. And I think a lot of people live for other people's approval, recognition, and I don't do that anymore. This is what I say. My posts on my Facebook account, like I say what people don't. Yeah, I'm politically incorrect, so I say what people think, but they don't say out loud. So I just tell people to live unapologetically, living your truth, and if it's something that you want to do, set goals and move towards it. Don't be dream chasers. Don't be out here meek milling it. Set the actual goals and steps in place in order to achieve what you're trying to achieve.
Man, absolutely, man. You can find Miss Stephana Nicole at these places. You see it scrolling down. I'm trying to catch it. www.snsconsultingco.com. Also, email, I guess that's an email at info@snsconsultingco.com, and on Instagram at snsconsultingco. All of that. SNS Consulting Co. You'll be able to find Miss Nicole. Yep. Let's bring back our other guests, and then we'll begin to wrap up this show one step at a time. See, Mr. Okosuwa said, that's right, live in your truth. Everybody put that comment, so live in your truth, man. All right, man, this has been an absolutely phenomenal time to have. I'm just so honored to be amongst, super califragilistic. My goodness, look at all this gorgeous goddess energy I'm feeling. I'm here at Black Woman Wednesday. I'll come out to Miss Raquel Beckford, man. How do you feel about Black Woman Wednesday? How was your experience here tonight on the New Black Wall Street in our presentation here today? Oh, you're unmuted. You got to unmute yourself.
Thank you so much. Absolutely honored to be here. Thank you again for creating the space. I want to thank all the amazing women, the women on the panel and the women who are watching for helping to create this space tonight. Thank you. Honored.
Miss Drea, Nicole, man, how you feel about Black Woman Wednesday and how was your experience tonight?
Oh, it was awesome. I appreciate the time that you've given us to, let everyone know what we do, what our dreams, what our goals are. So thank you, Evan. And thank you, ladies. It's so good to know what you are doing. So
Absolutely, Miss Stephana Nicole. Am I saying that right? I keep feeling like I'm not saying it right, but I think that's right. Is that right?
Yes, it's correct, Stephana Nicole. Well, I'm all about, uplifting Black women. So when I see Black women doing their thing, I'm your number one cheerleader. So I just say thank you for being on stage with everyone and just keep doing your thing. Know that you are watched and people are watching you and supporting you, even from afar.
Absolutely. Now, for everybody that's that's still joining us here live, man, go put in the comments below why you love, respect, and adore the Black woman. Go ahead and put that in the comments below why you love, respect, and adore the Black woman. And my last question to you guys is: you just heard other sisters and their journey and stuff like that. I'll come to each one of you and ask you what you might have to say to another sister, because something might have piqued your ear or something like that. Because there's always some type of connection that's going on up in here. Miss Raquel, man, what say you to one of the other sisters that's in one of these boxes? Unmute yourself.
I want to say to each one of the sisters in the boxes that they are both amazing. They have both said things tonight that confirms everything that is in me, and I'm so grateful to call them sister.
All right, thanks so much for joining us here tonight on Black Women Wednesday, Miss Raquel Beckford. Miss Drea Nicole, man, what say you? You have any words for any one of the sisters that's in the box?
Well, I would just encourage them to keep going, like keep whatever your vision, your mission is, that you stay on course with that. So, and again, I am grateful to know both of you ladies. I think she talked about, I'm not sure which one, about collaborating. So I'm always open to collaborating because I think that that's the way to go.
Absolutely, man. Miss Drea Nicole and Miss Stephana Nicole, what say you to either one of the ladies that's in the box?
Oh, I love it when Raquel talked about, collaboration versus competition. I think that so many times, and I see it in the corporate space, so many times we, as Black women, we're so busy trying to compete with each other and not understanding that we can all get the bag. Okay, I tell people all the time, sis, I am not your competition. I am here to see you win. Because your skill set is needed, my skill set is needed. If we can take it and run with it, we can run this. So I truly love that, as far as understanding that we are not each other's competition.
Absolutely. Again, Miss Stephana Nicole, thanks so much for joining us here tonight on Black Woman Wednesday. Catch up on these comments, guys. We'll be ready to get up out of this thing, man. What a powerful show. One of our feature presentations. Miss Dr. Yawa said, man, awesome. Black Women Wednesday is always a positive experience. Learning, growing. I remain a student. Miss Okosua said, I love the creativity of Black women, man. Miss Antoinette Ross is a boss. Said this, man, thank you and continued success to each of the featured guests here tonight. Miss Debbie O'Shaughnessy said, thank you. Much respect from another user here on Facebook. Miss Yvette Goodrich should be coming around the mountain. She said, thank you, Queen, and I appreciate what you always do for your business. Miss Jacqueline Rozier says this, love supporting the next generation of amazing Black women. I pray they all continue to be blessed in their success. I pray that you'll continue to be blessed in your success. Well, guys, hopefully, for all that are watching here today, hopefully you represented that you are your sister's keeper. Plenty of stuff that goes around and goes viral that brings negativity to our community. Well, did we make something try to go viral that brings positivity? And I believe that once we begin to do that, we begin to control that aspect of what we can control, things will change because the visual changes. Miss Debbie, or maybe who's here? This Teresa, Miss somebody. I don't know who this is. Okay, Miss Mankins, can you get a screenshot for me? Miss Mankins, can you get a screenshot for me? Miss Ross, maybe two people, and then send that to me so we get the screenshot of all of our beautiful sisters here on Black Woman Wednesday. And then for everybody else, guys, I want you guys to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we really need. Thank God, that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We will see you all there at the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.